they have sung for 1,000 years.
Light und Lamm, beschütze und segne uns mit deiner Hand. Ave Maria sei gegrüßt, wie du voll der Gnade bist.
Hi. Hi, bud. Hi. Huh? Sigona's Farmers Market, when you're walking on the Alps and you need quick pick-me-up. Evan's already ate 3 of these, so I made about $14 for the store. So if you're ever gonna walk the Alps here in Switzerland, you need a quick pick-me-up. High protein, a lot of sugar, California, medjool dates with California walnut stuff. That's it for the plug. I'm out.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, babies.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Yeah, the house, the größer. Look, Dylan, they all have their
Yeah. This is Sigona's.
I'm trying to tell you that someone who figured out that third world countries have better immune systems than us. So you can see, compared to that initial curve, it's starting to firm up a little bit. It's not like totally set or anything, but we're starting to get a little bit of the way out, and then you can see in our curves, you can start to see the way it's clearing up a little bit. Because it's a triple cream, it has all the cream in it. It can get cloudy, but this is kind of what we want to see.
As long as the color is blue, that should be after 3.5 to 4 hours, the blue is blue. And if it's quicker, that means there is a slower activity in the water. The slower, that's...
Here we are at the Gormito Cellar, Emmentaler. Yeah. Oh, I think.
And now that's a new dairy. Yeah.
I'm John David Sigona's, and I got something really, really special. I'm over here in Switzerland, and I'm at the Gormino Affanoir Caves, and I just found this wonderfully new great cheese that we're going to call the Dream of the Mountain. And it's only going to be exclusive just for Sigona's. Nobody in the whole world is going to have it just yet, only Sigona's. And I picked this wheel right here and this wheel right here. This is an unbelievable, fantastic cheese. I had it for breakfast this morning with a little jam on top. It is absolutely fantastic. It is a nice, rich, like a Gruyere with a little bit of cheddar taste to it with a really, really long finish. So you got to come to Sigona's and try out the Dream of the Mountain, only available at Sigona's. So we're walking down the cellar bunker at Gormino, Emmentaler Row, and this is how many wheels of Emmentaler. We can fit up to 4,100 wheels in this bunker. And at the bottom here is one of our ambassadors are going to choose a cheese for their shop. And it's right here, some Raumtaler, located right there.
So which are my choices? What can I pick from? Any?
I would say go for the, it depends also on your delivery.
This is Ernst from Satagli Alp, and he's using the Hobokazi to do a 2015 vintage, which we sell at Sigona's, by the way. Nice. And that right there, professionally done, creates this beautiful display of cheese with all of these beautiful people right here and right there. And we want to show you something. Look at this. He's already a Sigona Farmers Market fan. Two of them right there. Boom! The boys, Marco and Bruno. I guess there you go. And there's Caroline in the middle. Very good. There you go. Eat your heart out, Sigona's.
Hi, I'm Carmelo Sigona, and today I want to tell you about these wonderful Blue Lake beans we have coming from Morgan Hill, California. These are from Kiala Farms, and we've been doing business with them for a long, long time. Let me show you how to pick out these string beans. You want to look for a velvety bean. These are velvety in texture. If you snap these in your hand, they'll just snap real easily. You know they're fresh when they're coming like this. You know, this bean is great. When you parboil this, just take it out of the water for 30 seconds or a minute. You can give it a nice bath or not. They're great in cold salads. They're great in stir fries. You got to try these wonderful Blue Lake beans from Morgan Hill.
Hi, and welcome to Fresh from the Farm to the Kitchen. I'm Carmelo Sigona, and today we're in Morgan Hill, just south of San Jose. We're at Andy's Orchard. Andy Mariani is some kind of a farmer. He's got over 150 different varieties of fruit. He's got some heirloom varieties that are outstanding. Now, his orchard is not a new modern facility, but he practices the art of farming the way it used to be. Let's go out and see Andy right now with my nephew Rob Sigona in the orchard.
Hey Andy, how many acres you have here?
We have about 55 acres, mostly sweet cherries, Bings and Rainiers, but we also have a lot of stone fruits, apricots, peaches, nectarines, plums, mostly heirloom fruits.
I'm looking at these Blenheims, they're just gorgeous. Can you pick us one that's dead ripe?
Sure. Split that open.
Oh, look at this.
What do you think?
Wow.
I think I went to
Yeah.
heaven. Oh, man. Tell us about these, Andy.
Well, they're an heirloom variety. At one time, the Santa Clara Valley grew the very best Blenheim apricots in the world.
So why is the Santa Clara Valley ideal for growing these apricots?
This is a coastal valley where we have warm days and cool nights. It allows the tree to actually bounce back from a warm day, and it allows that fruit to stay on the tree a lot longer, and it develops fuller flavor and even more sugar. And that's why they were traditionally always grown in the coastal valleys.
Andy, the real treat, the dried apricots. Tell us about those.
Yeah, Blenheims are ideal for drying. In the 1880s, when they first settled this area, they started planting Blenheim apricots. There was no refrigeration, there was no canning. And the only way to market excess amount of fruit was to dry it. Since the Blenheim was really ideal for drying, that's what they did. And most of the fruit was dried at that time. And there was literally hundreds of tons of apricots dried, and it was marketed all over the world as dried fruit. That's how the Santa Clara Valley became famous. What's good about the Blenheim is it dries heavy, which means that it only takes about 5 pounds of fresh apricots to produce 1 pound of dried apricots. And because of that, it made money for the farmer, and it was really high quality for the consumer as well. I'm an artisan. You know, I know how to grow fruit. I know how to grow quality fruit. We've been dealing with the Sigonas for 35 years. So it's been a long relationship of growing things locally and then getting it to the retailer in the most direct way possible. We do a better job. We get high quality in the market. It's easier for you to sell quality fruit, so it all works out for everybody.
Welcome to Fresh from the Farm to the Kitchen. Hi, I'm Carmelo Sigona, and today I'm in Watsonville, California, and nestled in this beautiful valley is the Gizdis Ranch, which has been owned and operated since 1937. Vince Gizdis and his wife Cynthia have been growing this ranch, which was handed down by Vince's grandfather over 75 years ago. And Sigona's has been buying direct from this farm since 1984. The Gizdis Ranch features some of the sweetest boysenberries, fresh pressed apple juice, unique heirloom apples. Heck, they even make their own pies from the fruit that they picked in the morning. Vince, what a beautiful field you have here. These vines are absolutely loaded with berries. So how many different varieties of berries are you growing here, Vince?
Carmelo, we have 4. And that would be raspberry, a lollyberry, blackberry, and these boysenberries here.
Boysenberries are my favorite, Vince. You know, it reminds me of when I first started working produce in the late 50s. We used to call these bleeding boysenberries, and you have juice all over your hand, and the taste of these I know has been so sweet and that little bit of tartness to it. Tell us a little bit about the bleeding boysenberry.
Yeah, Carmelo, yeah, you are right. These are a very juicy berry. And I'm sure they're one of the sweetest of the blackberry family. Well, we do pick on a 5-day interval, which allows the berry to be fully mature when we do pick them. And we do bring them to your store ripe. We'll pick on Thursday, typically, and they'll be in your store Friday morning.
Some varieties of things you have, your apples and your other heirlooms, and these, I would consider almost an heirloom also, huh, Vince?
Yeah, yes, they are. You don't find these grown everywhere. They need to be grown in a climate where it's cool. As you can see, we have a nice fog bank coming in tonight, and it's going to cool this valley down. And that's why we're able to have these berries stay on the vine for 5 days without getting too much sun, without getting sunburnt or dehydrated, and they do get to grow to full maturity. And our climate here in the Pajaro Valley is ideal for bush berries.
And I can't help but keep popping these in my mouth. They're just so good. And
Well, we have a little pie shop that my mother and father started about 30 years ago, and it works out really well because we can give our customers, when they're through picking, they can treat themselves to a nice piece of fresh lollyberry pie, strawberry shortcake. Makes a nice treat at the end of a picking day.
I love that. I have to thank you so much, Vince, for always doing a really great job for us.
Carmel, you're quite welcome.
Vince, thank you so much for this great day at the ranch. It's been wonderful.
You're really welcome, Carmelo. Thank you.
We're back in the kitchen again. This is not my kitchen. It's not just any kitchen. This is the kitchen of master gelato maker Massimo. We're going to take Gizditch's boysenberries and make some fantastic gelato. Let's make some gelato.
Okay.
Show us how we do this.
So we have the base here with the milk, sugar, and all the other secret ingredients.
The secret ingredients. Can you tell us?
Everybody knows.
You can't tell us about that.
Yeah. And we put some berry on it. Now it's stirring. It is nice and smooth. Then we take it out. And we have a few minutes that the mix is ready. Now we pour on this bucket and we are ready. We put the berry mix into the machine.
Okay, and now how long is this going to take?
About 10 minutes.
Good. Now, Massimo, tell me a little bit about the gelato and ice cream difference. What's the difference there?
Different basically is the fat content. Gelato has 10% of fat and ice cream has more than 12% of fat. The gelato is more dense, and then ingredients as well are a little bit different.
Great. And the gelato, the creaminess that you have in your gelato, how is that?
Is the process and ingredients we put on it. Okay, Carmelo, gelato is ready. Now we take it out. Nice and smooth.
Oh, that looks great.
Now I will fill up a cup for you. Let me give you. Oh, this is great. Can I taste too?
Let's go for this.
Thank you.
Massimo, you nailed it. The creamy texture, the deep boysenberry flavor. This is so good. If you want to let yourself in for a real treat, come down to Sigona's and try this. I'm Carmelo Sigona. And there you have it.
Hi, I'm Robbie Sigona, and today I'm going to show you how to de-seed a pomegranate, how to take those arrows out of them. First of all, I'm choosing a jumbo pomegranate that we have here at Sigona's Farmers Market. Nice red color, heavy for its size, so you know there's a lot of juice in there. And as a pomegranate ripens up, it does tend to square up a little bit, so it's not perfectly round, it's slightly square. So by starting, I'm going to cut the top off. I'm only going in a 1/4 inch, I'd say 1/2 inch tops. I'm going to cut the top off. Then we're going to score it maybe 4 or 5 times. Again, when cutting, we're only going in maybe 1/8 of an inch on this. We just want to cut the skin. We don't want to necessarily get into the seed. It doesn't have to be exact. Then I'm going to break it up. Break it up a little bit, and we're going to soak it in water. So I'm going to go ahead and put half of the pomegranate in the water face down, and we're going to let it soak for about 10 minutes. I'm going to push this one to the side and bring one out that has been soaking for 10 minutes. It's a lot easier to work with, so only have 1/2 in there. It's been face down in the water. Water's about lukewarm, so it's comfortable to work with. And I'm going to rip it apart and take the seeds out. So what I'm trying to do is remove the seeds from the membrane, the outside skin if you want to call it that. And as I'm doing this, the seeds are sinking to the bottom and the membranes are going to float to the top. So I just keep tearing them off. I'm doing my best not to rupture the seed, trying to be careful, but at the same time I'm not so careful to where I have to worry about the pomegranate squirting on my shirt or staining my hands or anything like that. So we're almost there with this first half. You want to try to get as much as possible. And again, I'm going to take the larger chunks out as I go, therefore creating less work later. We're almost there with this first half. You could skim some of it off with your hands too if you're okay with that. I find that to be a little easier. Or if you want, I have a spoon here, kind of a sieve, if you want to scrape the top and get some of those membranes off. Either way works just fine. And if you don't get everything, that's fine, because when we dump it, we could pick the rest out later. So we're going to take it over to the sink now, dump it into a colander that we have ready. Now there'll be a few of the white membrane pieces that you want to take out. And these are perfectly fine and edible. However, if you want just seeds, you want to take a few of those out. And again, this was half of the pomegranate, not the full one. I'm going to dump it into a bowl so we can see what we have. Now you're good to go. The whole process should take, with soaking and everything, should only take about 15 minutes, and that includes the soaking. So you're good to go to dump on your favorite salad or just eat out of hand. That's exactly what I'm going to do right now.
Hi, I'm Carmelo Sigona, and I want to tell you about the wonderful zucchini we have coming from Kiala Farms in Morgan Hill. I want you to look at the sheen on this. It's super, super fresh. You can tell zucchini now that's really fresh. Look at the sheen on this. Look at the cut. This is great in a stir fry. You just cut this at a little angle, and these make a wonderful stir fry with a little sauteed onions, another vegetable or two. Simple, easy, quick, a 3-minute meal. You got to try this zucchini from Morgan Hill. You'll love it.